Hello, I'm Irina Baker and a spiritual awareness mentor, and I am here with my happy client, Frae Wittwer. So we will talk about what benefits she received or achieved rather while working with me. Hi, Frae.
Hi, Irina. Nice to
Thank you
be
so much.
here.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so the
My
first
pleasure.
thing I want to mention is, which is actually blows my mind as well, you've been you've been studying spirituality since you were 7 years old, so a lot of time, around some, I won't even give numbers, but long time, because you were teaching
Long time.
Sunday school at the beginning, you started, and that's how you started your quest. And then you moved to metaphysics, right? So you've been in spirituality all your life. And
Yes.
you also, as I know, you've studied with some big name in the field of spirituality, right?
Yes, I have.
And so why is that you came to me to continue with the quest after so many years of being in the field and knowing, I call it know it all, right? You've been around
I
and you know
thought
stuff.
I thought I did, but I was depressed. I was down, and I saw my daughter. She came to you. My daughter found you, and I saw her change really quickly. She made a big switch in her thinking, and she was much happier. So that's why I decided I wanted to find out too
And
what
I
yours
remember
what
how she was saying to me, well, my mom knows it all in metaphysics. It's me. I'm just starting, and she just knows it, and she wouldn't want that. But and here you are with me, right?
right.
Right. Very good. And you, as you know, other people, you know, other spiritual teachers in a field in the world. So, what do you think the difference? What made the difference for you in your life right now?
Oh, well, I felt from the beginning that you were speaking to me, that it was you were talking to me, and you also have a system, and you were also talking to me and applying the system, so that I feel like I knew, well, it started to work. Things just worked. Every time I did one of your lessons, every time I completed a lesson, I felt better. So I knew they were working.
And
The lessons were
we
helping.
never know, like I usually say, I can't even plan, right? I am prepared, but at the same time, I can't plan because I never know what will happen and what intuition or what guidance, divine guidance will tell me to do. And every time we watched in amazement how we would say I would plan something, but then I would put it aside and start working on what needed to be done at this moment, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes.
Right.
And it
Okay.
always helped.
And of course, the main thing is I believe in it myself very wholeheartedly, and I always stress it for my clients. That's practical application. You've known the stuff, but then you didn't really apply it. You thought you were applying, is that correct? But not really. And
That's
so
right.
when we
That's
really
right.
started doing it,
That's right. There was more to it. And now I see there was more to it. There were parts that were missing for me. I'm a longtime meditator, but that wasn't enough. Just meditating wasn't enough.
mhm.
So this is practical system that I can apply during the day when I can't stop and meditate.
Right, right. And so you are equipped with specific steps and with specific tools and go-to system that you can apply every single day in any circumstance, and you can make it better or you can change it completely. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right.
Uh-huh. Very good. You've known metaphysics for so long. You've been in spirituality for so long. You were seriously studying it. And still, when you came to me, you started noticing how your spiritual awareness changed drastically. Is that correct?
That's right. Because there were thoughts that I changed some of the ways that I thought about certain things or saw them a little bit differently now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gave me a new perception about
Right.
myself
Right. And
and about the
so,
world.
mm-hmm. And how did it change? Did it change how you behave, how you think, how you feel?
It helped me get through the sad moments and the scary moments, um, and just helped me lift faster, helped
Mm-hmm.
me go faster, to be happier, to see things the way they really are, which is with love and joy.
Because you came to me looking for ecstatic life.
I came looking for a static life, and I was pretty far away from it. And I
Mm-hmm.
know now that I can have it. I know I
One
can.
one of the scary moments, I guess scary, I will quote unquote, it's not scary, but we'll call it scary.
Yeah.
You've been very critical of yourself before, right? And you were just, you were not even aware of it, as you told me. Is that correct?
Yes. It is hard to catch too. It's difficult for me to catch sometimes
Right.
because I'm so used to it.
Right,
Yes.
because it's a part of yourself you don't even know. And that happens with, in my case, it happens with client after client after client. They come to me and they had the perception, which includes myself as well, a long time ago. When I started my spiritual path, I found this myself because it's all, we wear masks. And obviously the masks are from ourselves, not even from the world per se. So you think you are normal and you live your life normally, but then you don't even realize how critical you were of yourself because that was a mask. You didn't even see that. You didn't even acknowledge that. So for client after client, it's usually either the person's very angry, but where is a happy mask? And so when we start
Right.
working together, the happy mask goes away, the first thing is out, and then they realize, oh my gosh, I actually, in fact, one client told me, not even already one, several clients told me, I've been the happiest person. I thought I was the happiest person in the world. And when the mask was taken down, then she said, oh my gosh, I had no idea how angry I was with myself and with the world. I had no idea. So that's why the happy mask was there.
That's right. That's why the happy mask is there. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so with you, it happened the same way. You were critical of yourself, so angry with yourself, but didn't really pay attention because it was a normal part that you've engaged in it for so long. So here
Right.
we had to find a way to be kinder to yourself, right? And acknowledge it and take down the mask and work on changing the habits, correct?
Right. Right.
And of course, we talk, if we are talking about being self-critical, then we talk about finding internal self-worth. Because why would I be critical about myself if if I'm the queen of the worth, right? If I have the highest value, it wouldn't match.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
obviously, the another benefit of working together was that you found that value. They found that self-worth. Am I saying the
Mhm.
right thing?
Mhm. No, it's perfect. Said it better than I could.
I start
Yes.
yapping for my favorite subject, right? All this good stuff. And the sad part, you also mentioned the sad part. Yes, you had your best friend, your best partner, your best everything, husband of 45 years. I can't even imagine 45 years. My actually aunt and uncle in Moscow, they were married for 50 years. So somebody topped you, but you know what? That's rare. That is so rare.
I know. We were
So
going for
40,
50.
yeah, 45 is a long way together. And that means to lose a partner like that, especially in a very happy marriage, it's a quite serious trauma, quite serious trauma, right? Many people cannot even understand that because it's such a big, big thing. And you didn't
I
even.
didn't either. I didn't either understand it completely.
And so what about the closure? Can you comment on what happened? We were working together with the closure. What exactly happened?
Well, suddenly it dawned on me that there were things that I was hanging on to. I know there are things that I'm hanging on to. I know I have a few things left to go. But one of the things that was really obvious was my Facebook picture. And it was of me and my husband. And my face was behind his, was actually behind his in this picture. I was leaning over his shoulder, so my face was behind his face. So I was putting him first, even still. I was thinking of him and putting him first in my life, not only to myself, but to everyone else.
Right.
And it wasn't, I didn't even realize it. I didn't even see it until I became aware.
Right.
That's what was going on.
And once you became aware, you were able to make that level of closure, whatever that was needed. Yes. And you changed the Facebook picture, right?
I changed the Facebook picture. There's still a few things, and I know that there'll be, a little twang for each of them, but that was probably the biggest because it was out of my awareness completely.
Right.
That one, believe it or not. Here's a picture on Facebook, out of my awareness.
That's right. So, that's right. Little things like that. Little things like that. We have no idea, right? Until we put it into our awareness.
Yes.
Right. Strange. So it's easier, right? Is it easy for you now because the closure? Yes. Maybe it's not completely 100%, but it's already moving towards that closure because we need time, we need to continue working on it. And yet it's not the beginning. It's already you were able to make conscious steps.
Yes, because it came into my consciousness. Yes.
Right.
Because it came to me in my consciousness then. I was aware of it. And it was, and I felt better since then. I told you that I feel better since then, more like me.
Right. And that's a very good thing.
I'm not even sure what that is yet, but, totally, but I'm getting there.
Right.
It's kind of a silly thing to say, but.
No, it's a very good thing to say. And you have a go-to system, as we mentioned it. At the beginning when we spoke, you talked about the system, and we have several systems as you've been learning, right, in different ways or how to apply it. So in this case, I'm talking about the mirror system, and this mirror system that you've learned and you've practiced and practiced again and again, because I will not stop teaching this system, right? But do you believe that it helped you in difficult situations or in your relationships, in your ways of how you handle things? Can you comment just without details?
If I can catch it fast enough. It's helpful to have a system because it helps me catch it faster when it's in process. If I'm emotional about something, if I'm having an emotional feeling about what's going on or someone who's talking, it's nice to be able to reflect back and realize who I am in this. So yeah, the system works.
Right. When you were using it step by step, you changed other people. How I say, I've changed my partner. Yes. Not in your case, it wasn't a partner, but I've changed my partner without saying a word to them. That's how I usually say.
Just the way I think about it. Just realizing what I can think, that changes the moment. It really changes the moment.
Right. And so would you say that it's all the systems or small systems that you've been learning and applying to your life? Did they make your life easier and better?
Absolutely. It absolutely makes your life better.
And Frae, you spent with me first 3 months of my level 1, Keys to Freedom. And then you decided to continue, which I'm super happy, because I'm really happy to work with you, and it's an honor for me. So you decided to sign up again, and we've been here for a long time already. Why did you do that? What made you decide that you wanted to continue working with me?
Well, first of all, I recognize you have high skills. You're extremely well educated and have high skills. So that adds to my life completely. And it's an honor for me. And then I enjoy being held to my promises and to my desires. I enjoy that you don't let me slide. You know, that I don't get away with very much in our sessions. And I am, you know, achieving my goals. I feel like I'm achieving my goal, which is to live an ecstatic life.
And that's what you came for, and that's what we are working on, and that's what you're achieving. And it's absolutely big change from where you were before, right, to where you are now and where you're heading.
Oh, very. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I already finished all my questions. How about, would you, for people who maybe will watch this case study and they don't know me, they don't know anything about me, perhaps they watched the webinar, maybe they didn't even, they just ended up on the website. So what would you tell those people who do have concerns that they want to work with the mentor, maybe with the spiritual mentor, or they could use the spiritual knowledge to change their awareness and improve their life? So what would you tell them about me?
I would say that you are absolutely the #1 choice because of your skills, your intuition, your compassion, and your judgment and your love. That you couldn't find a finer teacher than Irina.
Oh, you've made my day. Thank you so much, Frae.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, and I think that's about it. We discussed how it is to work for you, to work with me as my being spiritual awareness mentor, and spiritual awareness did change, and that's what we needed, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much, Frae, for being such a wonderful client.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. It's a delight to work with you. Thank you, Frae. Bye.
Bye.